Hey, this is Matt. Once again, we're back to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Edward. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, randomness, out of the blueness, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box under the video. Now, this is for South Park Season 9, Episodes 4 and 5. I would say these were better than the other episodes I've seen so far Season 9, because Season 9 has been pretty lame compared to other seasons. Like, the first couple episodes I thought were really lame. These I thought were a bit better. Episode 4 is based on a real case, the Terry Schiavo case. That's when a person was brought back to life, but they were in a vegetative state, so there's debate. Should the person live and still kept alive, but at the same time they're a vegetable, so is that a bit inhumane to do so? In this plot, Kenny gets a PSP, and the game is heaven versus hell. He gets run over, and it's kind of like the last Starfire, where you were so good at the game, you don't do it for real, and you're going to command the armies of heaven to battle hell and save heaven. Basically, you are Keanu Reeves. They mention that because I believe this is when Constantine was out at the time. But I'm actually kind of surprised. That makes it seem like a compliment, like they're complimenting Keanu Reeves. And very rarely do they South Park compliment anyone. So, again, the fact that's actually kind of a compliment to Keanu Reeves. At the end, there's like a Keanu Reeves statue that's given to Kenny. Like, okay, that's strange, you know. Again, usually they just shit on every single person, but not too bad. I mean, that's like I said, it was surprising. But he's brought back. But when he's brought back, he's a vegetable. Cartman wants to keep him alive. No, Cartman wants to pull the plug. He says because they're best friends, which is a lie, but it's really so that when Kenny dies, he can get Kenny's PSP. That's why Cartman wants to do it. Stan and Kyle want to keep him alive because it's Kenny and keep him alive. There's a will that Kenny had, but the last page was missing. So then Kyle and Stan go to the media, start this frenzy to keep him alive, while Cartman has another group to keep him, pull the plug. Ultimately, you find out that Kenny's last piece of the will was, if I'm ever a vegetable, please do not show me on the news. Don't have cameras show me in this state. So as Kyle and Stan put it, we were wrong for the right season. We were wrong for the right reasons, and Cartman was right for the wrong reasons. So I guess the way South Park guys, they thought is, I guess in a way, it's still trying to poke fun at both sides, but it seems like overall they're in the statement of, you know, it's better to pull the plug on someone who's a vegetative state. And that is, you know, that does make you think a little bit, even though it's a cartoon. If you're in a vegetable state, obviously if you have a will and testament and you have, you're telling them the choice, that's one thing. But if you're in a vegetable state, brain cells, you know, they can't be fixed. It's not like other pieces of your body. Would you really want to be alive even though you're a vegetable, or would you pull the plug? And I would say if you're in a vegetable state and you really can't think or feel or anything of the sort, but at the same time, I mean, since we never really know for certain, it makes me wonder if you're in a vegetable state. They say you can't notice anything, but I wonder if there's any way they're wrong. If there's even a semblance of you could, like, you can't really form a lot of thoughts, but you can still see, or you can still comprehend images, or you can still comprehend any iota of stuff. Because how would they truly know unless they've been there? You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty damn sure that no, you're not going to be able to feel or think or see anything. But is there any hint or semblance of? So it does make you think, and it makes you wonder, like, what would happen if that happened to you? Which would you choose? I probably go, yeah, probably just pull the plug for me. But so it does bring up an interesting, of course, sadly based on the case that happened, and because South Park was filmed in a way where they could get an episode done in like a week, from beginning to end, because of how cheap the animation is, but it allows them to be able to work fast. This case broke. They're able to do it, get it out there. I guess it was going to be a two-parter, but the Terry, that person dies, so like, nah, let's not do a two-parter. And they pulled the plug on Kenny. Kenny commands the forces of heaven. And I kind of knew this was going to happen. You don't see the battle. You just have someone narrating the battle. This battle is epic. It's more epic than Lord of the Rings. Good job, Kenny. You did a statue of Keanu Reeves. That makes me wonder how Kenny came back to life. I guess, they kill him off, but they actually make it a bit of a story. Someone said they actually explain how Kenny can die and come back. Somebody he's got some immortal thing. I don't know. Maybe they put me on, but someone said they do explain later how Kenny's able to die and come back over and over again. I don't know if they're putting me on or what that is, but if so, feel free to type in the comments. I wouldn't say I found it a hilarious episode, but the story was interesting enough that it kept me intrigued to see what would happen next. So I would say I didn't mind the story. I wouldn't say it was laugh out loud hilarious, but I didn't mind it. Like I said, interesting take on that real case that was happening at the time. Because I don't know if I would say it makes a case for both sides, but it pits on both sides, which is what South Park normally does. Episode 5, I would say I enjoyed, and it was easily the best the best episode of this season so far. Because it's got a bit of Rocky, it's got a bit of Bad News Bears. Pretty much it's baseball, and the kids hate it, and so it goes against the normal sports movie where we gotta win. Here it's, no, we gotta lose. No, we're gonna lose. We're worse players than you. Because the kids want to lose so they can stop playing baseball because they find it so boring, so they could be at home and play video games. And number one, I did that perfectly, and I'm in the same boat. I'm not a fan of baseball. I've never been a fan of baseball. I'm sorry. Of sports, the one sport I would watch is maybe basketball. I do like basketball. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I would watch basketball. I wish there was a set of DVDs that had like the Olympic, the Dream Team and all of their games with Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, like the whole series of games they played. I wish there was like a DVD set and I just watch all those games. I think it's something you could watch on YouTube, but I don't know. With my internet, YouTube's a pain to watch, so that's why I would like physical. But anyway, baseball, like I said, never been a fan. I do think it's boring. I can watch it in a movie because in a movie they pick out the best parts, like Major League. But I just see why kids would hate baseball. I would just want to be home playing video games as well. Meanwhile, Stan's dad, Randy, he likes to fight with other dads, which embarrasses Stan. And so you have Randy's story, which plays off like Rocky. He's got like the Rocky gray jumpsuit that he runs and trains in. Then they do the egg joke where they put the eggs in the cup and then they put it in and he's making food. I've seen that joke before. I mean, way back to, there's a film called They Call Me Bruce, where the guy does the same thing, where he puts the eggs in, he starts drinking it, and then he puts it in and he starts cooking it. So I've seen that joke before. And They Call Me Bruce is a fun movie. I think the sequel is not even on DVD. They Still Call Me Bruce. I think that's on VHS. But the first one I think does have a Blu-ray. So you have the Randy stuff playing off as Rocky, and he doesn't know if he could get this fight, if he could win this next fight. He's trying to train, and the music has the Bill Conti aspects of it, while the kids are trying to lose and they keep winning because the team, they lose better. I like to use the song "You're the Best" from the Karate Kid. You're the best around. Nothing's ever going to keep you down. And, like, that was entertaining. That was entertaining, like I said, to tape the sports movie and twist it on. That's them trying to lose. And it also shows just how great that Rocky music is, because even for a comedy like this, when it gets to the end of the episode, the kids are sadly winning because the other team are better at losing. Randy decides to fight the dad, and the dad's this big bully who's like this big fat. It looks like Dom DeLuise from when he has the superhero outfit from them Cannonball Run. Or it looks like a guy who Jack Black would fight at the end of Nacho Libre or something. I am a real religious man. So Randy's fighting him, and the people go, oh, you know, if you keep doing it, we're going to disqualify your team. So Stan the kid said, yes, go, Dad, go. And then Randy gets beaten up, and then he looks, and the Rocky music with Stan, and then him imagining his wife, and then there's Mickey. Get up, you son of a bitch. And the way Randy gets up and the Rocky music, it's so rousing. And this is like Randy, Stan's dad, and it's a silly, fun, comedy. But that Rocky music still makes it feel rousing when he gets up and down, 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 down. And they even do a reference to Rocky 5. Hey, I ain't hear no bell. Not many people's going to reference Rocky 5, but this does. And on a quick though, Rocky 5 is a film I used to hate. You know, when people say, what's a film you used to hate but has grown on you? Rocky 5 is one of those movies. I think as a kid I used to hate it because, what the fuck, he lost everything after Rocky 4? What's this bullshit? But I could watch Rocky 5. I could watch Rocky 5 more than Creed and Creed 2. And Rocky 5, especially the work print version, I could watch it for what it is. I still prefer Rocky 4 being the ending. I think Rocky 4 should have just been the ending of the franchise. And to me, that's the high note. He saves Russia. He makes peace with Russia. He makes world peace. He's the champion of the world. You beat Ivan Drago. Hearts on Fire. That's the way they end your franchise. But, I like Rocky Balboa. I like Rocky 5. But yeah, Rocky 5, I'm like, man, he lost everything? Well, that sucks. Yeah. But anyway, it was just depressing, but not as depressing like Alien 3 or something, so there is that. But of the first 5 movies, of the first 6 movies, is my least favorite, Rocky 5. It'd be like Rocky 4, 3, 2, Balboa, 1, and then 5. And Rocky Balboa may be 3rd, and then Rocky 2. I keep going back and forth. But anyway, I'm going off tangent. But yeah, even here, the Rocky music can be so rousing. he beats him and he wins. So the team disqualified. The team's like, yay! During the fight, this is probably the biggest laugh I got, is Randy, as he's fighting, he's whispering, "You're the best around, let's don't take you down, you're the best around, let's don't ever take you down." He just starts singing it to himself as he's beating up the guy. And then Stan goes, "You're the greatest, Dad." So the dad's happy, and then "You're the best around" starts playing again. So that was a fun episode. That was at times funny. The story was entertaining and in a way relatable. Randy, I think they did a nice job with that character. My neighbors' roosters agree with that as well. They're sending their approval. There you go again. Told you, Randy gets approval even from them. So that, I mean, of the episodes of season 9 I've seen, that's easily the best one. Easily the best one. So that one gets a big thumbs up. That was fun. Plus, being a big Rocky fan, that helped as well. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. So far, if you ever watched season 9, episode 5 is definitely the one to watch. Episode 4, didn't mind it. Episode 5, I said that's definitely props to that episode. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.